Popular Culture Resource Team. How can I help you? And back joining us in the studio live for our Friday's Popular Culture Resource Team is Eugene's Eugene. Eugene, hello to you.
Hi guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's the first Friday of February, believe it or not, which means that we're going to go into a new drama.
Yes, true.
I've told you, I've told our listeners, unlike the last two dramas, I have not watched this. And
you have to watch this.
And I'm sorry to say, I know this sounds very unprofessional, because, I should, to prepare for this, I don't plan to watch this. It's just not my taste. It's just not my style.
Aww.
It's just not my style.
But this is very famous, right? This is very famous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've heard this so many times, and you guys all know this. What are we doing?
Okay, so I'm really excited about this because it's one of my favorites.
Oh.
So I think a lot of our listeners might know this drama too. So for February, we will be talking about When Life Gives You Tangerines.
That's right.
It's a 16-episode Netflix series that was released last March, and it tells the life story of the character called Uesun, who was born in Jeju, and Yang Kwan-sik, the man who loved her for his entire life.
That's right. I've heard great things, and you guys know this drama.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
I've heard great things about this. It's just not my cup of tea. I
understand, but...
Did you cry watching this like crazy?
Yeah, of course.
That's exactly why I don't want to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I had to see...
I'll try to understand you.
My wife crying, my mother-in-law crying, and it was just too much. But I've heard good stuff about it.
Yeah.
And it was huge when it first came out. It was big.
True. So the casting was a big reason for that. So IU plays two roles: the younger Asun, and later Asun's daughter Gun-myung.
Yeah, that's confusing too.
But you can understand the whole plot. And the Park Go-gum plays the younger version of Kwan-sik, and Moon So-ri and Park Hae-jun play Asun and Kwan-sik in their middle and later years. And I have photos of them. Let's see them.
We have photos, and I know the casting was a little bit controversial. Am I Park Bo-gum? Oh, okay.
What?
I thought we were going to see the characters, and there was a picture of me and you, and I thought it was IU. So Park Bo-gum and IU, these are the main characters. These are the younger days.
Right?
Younger
Asun and younger Kwan-sik.
And look great. Now, the older...
So IU plays Gun-myung.
Which is confusing. It was just so confusing.
But you won't be confused while watching this drama. And the left one is older Kwan-sik, played by Park Hae-jun.
My wife was so upset.
Why?
They're like, how is that Park Bo-gum? What happened to him? And also, he's famous for...
I know the drama, right?
You know the drama where he's cheating on his wife and stuff like that? Right? So she was like, that image was so strong on her.
That's true.
That this guy who plays the perfect husband just doesn't come in.
And the right side is older Aesun.
Moon So-ri. Very famous. Great actress.
Yeah, but what I love is that instead of one actor playing on one character, I think multiple actors come together to show an entire lifetime of the characters. I think that adds depth to the story.
And it's great because now she gets paid more to do all that stuff. So the opening starts with young Aesun waiting on the shore while her mother is out at sea.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's why I want to start today with the story of Jeju's Haenyo,
the
female divers. So some of our listeners may not be familiar with them but Haenyo shows the history of Jeju and the lives of Jeju women. So Haenyo are women who dive into the ocean without oxygen tanks, collecting seafood like abalone and sea snails. And they often dive more than 10 meters deep, and they hold their breath for minutes at a time while working underwater. And let's see photos of Haenyo.
Yeah, we got pictures of how Haenyo's work.
Look.
I mean, it's impressive.
She doesn't have any oxygen tanks here.
Nope. I mean, think about it. Many years ago, they didn't have any of that stuff.
Wow.
And they kept it traditional. Right? And so they go in there with their little bag, waves and all.
Right.
It's so respectable. I mean, it's unfortunately a dying occupation. There's not a lot.
Right.
But I've always had this question, though, because Haenyos are UNESCO Intangible Heritage List, but are Haenyos only found in Jeju?
Well, they exist in other places too, but Jeju has by far the largest number.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that. So Jeju's land is not great for farming, and historically, many men left the island to work in fishing or labor jobs elsewhere. So women naturally became the main breadwinners. That's how Haenyeo culture developed. It's very organized and community-based. So Haenyeo are grouped into with like 3 levels, like advanced, intermediate, and beginner.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a hierarchy, but as a safety system based on how deep each diver can safely go. And they also practice something called 금채기, which means they stop diving during breeding seasons to protect marine life. For example, abalone are not harvested from October to December, and sea cucumbers are protected in July. So they understand their work as a partnership with nature, not something to exploit.
No, it makes sense
fabulous.
because, if you're doing it during breeding season, number one, that's messed up for, interrupting their breeding. You just don't do that. Number two, if you're interrupting their breeding, you don't get the other babies that are going to grow up later on that you're going to catch. But the drama shows a lot of scenes, right, where the haenyeo sits together and talk. Like I haven't watched the drama, but again, I skimmed through it because my wife was watching it nonstop at home.
Yeah.
And it really shows a sense of community, I feel like.
So these scenes usually take place in a space called a 불턱. It's where haenyeo warm up before and after diving, catch their breath, and share information with each other. And you might remember the sound they make when they come back to the surface and they exhale. It's called sunbi 소리. It's more than just breathing out. It's a signal that they've made it back alive.
We were talking about this during our staff meeting. And our producer was talking about the sunbi 소리. And then he said that, like, it's so beautiful. Like, it's eerie but beautiful. I don't know what that's like. Can we get like is there a way we could hear sunbi 소리, do you think, like on like YouTube or something? We might have a sound of it.
Really?
We might. He's doing it. He's looking at it. Oh, what is that? Oh, there's actual.
Oh, wow.
There's actual. Oh,
that's fabulous. Wow.
I want to really hear this. I want to know how this is like. All right, guys, check this out. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, he's gonna check it out first. He's gonna check it out first. No, we do have some clips here. He's looking at it and he's checking it out right now. And it might be, and he told me it's something so majestic and like eerie and majestic at the same time. You haven't heard this. It's I
really want to hear that.
We're going to get this for you guys in just a bit, right? But again, while we're preparing for this, again, we talked about haenyeo, right? It's listed as UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage.
Right. So today, Jeju even has haenyeo schools, and there are more women in their 20s and 30s. But the drama doesn't romanticize their lives. Through Esun's mother, Kwang-ye, we can see how harsh and dangerous this life really was. And she says something heartbreaking. She says, like I would rather be born a cow than a haenyeo.
Really?
Yeah, that line says everything about how exhausting and risky the work was.
I mean, you have to understand, you're actually risking your life. It's a very dangerous job.
So dangerous.
But you think about what you can potentially do in Jeju. There's not a lot of things that you can do. But I also heard that back in the days, a lot of men went to like war. Like the history of haenyeo goes back a long time. War, or even sometimes like the Yangban family. Like the rich classes, they get basically abandoned over to Jeju. And so these guys don't know how to work.
It's kind of isolated.
Yes. They go into exile into Jeju.
Right.
The guys have absolutely no idea how to work. So women ended up picking up work to become haenyeo.
Right.
And so it goes a long way. And then Kwang-le,
Esun's mom.
she passes away because of that life.
Right. She dies from diver's disease caused by years of deep diving at just like 29 years old.
29?
It shows the weight and pressure placed on women in Jeju at that time. And Esun doesn't become a haenyeo herself, but she inherits her mother's strength and the ability to endure, to keep going and not give up on life. If you are watching this drama and thinking like, oh, is that real or what does that mean? Please send us.
Yeah, I think this is one of those dramas, and I think this is a key part of our segment, is if there are certain things that you don't understand about the drama, culturally, socially, like any of that stuff, you can feel free to let us know in our Instagram page at The Culturing. Some of you just be DMing me. I got DMs for Reply 1988. And I replied,
you're fine.
But yes, if you send those into our Instagram page, we will answer those questions.
Yeah, it might be unfamiliar.
Ben Song says, the show you shouldn't watch with your wife. You can't beat this dedicated husband from the show. Your wife's expectations get so high. And even if you don't look like Park Bo-gum. My mother-in-law, you know what she said as I was driving her back to this the train station? She goes, "Don't worry, no husband is ever like him."
It's like a drama.
Yes. By the way, guys, as we are about to go into a song break, we have the 숨비 소리, the sound.
Yes.
It's available. Let's take a listen to this. What? How are they making that sound?
Are they?
Exactly that. 도대체 어떻게 소리 내는 거야?
Are they dolphins or something?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I can tell why our producer was telling me it's eerie and majestic and beautiful at the same time.
It reminds me of like mermaids.
Yeah. Or sirens.
Oh, wow.
Getting guys to... Wow, that's beautiful stuff.
Oh, it's
All
so
right,
beautiful.
guys. We are going to, speaking of which, we are going to be taking a short song break. 안녕하신가요? She recently had joined the archive not too long ago with a song called 숨비 소리. You know what's interesting? I was telling Eugene, I wasn't going to talk about it, but my ex-girlfriend is now a haenyeo over in Jeju. And it makes sense that she's in Jeju. You know why? Because what three things are there most of in Jeju? Rocks, women, and 바람. 바람 폈으니까. She's there.
Trading.
바람, that means to cheating. 바람 피다 means to cheat.
That's right.
But it also means wind.
Winds.
She was full of wind. That's why she's in Jeju. It's part of me want to interview her because, you know, she's singing and stuff like that. But, oh, you understand her. Oh, I see. PD님. You understand why she cheated on me. How would you know? How would you know? I'm about to interview her. Let's call. I don't have her number. What are we going to talk about this time?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so did you know that Esun and Kwansik are in love, but their families are strongly against their marriage?
Yeah, I heard about this.
So they end up running away together to Busan, but things go wrong pretty quickly. So they meet a scammer, an inn owner, and lose all the jewelry they secretly brought from home. And later, Kwansik's mother comes to Busan and get those valuables back. And she says, do you know why there are no thieves in Jeju? We don't go after the one who was robbed. We wear down the thief until they go mad. So in other words, if you steal something in Jeju, people will get it back no matter what. And this is what I want to share with you guys this time. Everything about Jeju.
Yes. So I've heard this too. And we had our staff meeting about why there are no robberies in Jeju. I thought it was a fascinating thing. Apparently there's no robberies in Jeju. I don't know about now. You know, I don't know about now, but we know that there are unique cultures in Jeju. But what is it about Jeju that makes it so special?
So there's a very old saying in Jeju. It's like, there are three things you won't find in Jeju.
Oh.
Thieves, front gates, and beggars.
Oh.
It sounds unreal, but once you hear the reasons, it actually makes a lot of sense. First of all, Jeju is an island, like an isolated island. There's nowhere to run. And once you are labeled as a thief on an island like that, you carry that stigma forever. Everyone knows and everyone remembers. So in that way, getting caught is not the scariest part. Living the rest of our life with that label is very scary. That's why people say there were no thieves. And because of that trust, houses didn't really have front gates either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small island. I mean, it's big if you think about it, but it's small if you think about it too. Like, it's both small and big at the same time. Right? I say big because, like, you have to actually, drive around quite a bit. But within the community, because you're stuck within that island, where are you going to go? Where are you going to run away to? Where are you going to run away to? From, 서귀포 to, Jeju City. Like, where are you gonna run away to?
Are you talking to your ex-girlfriend?
Oh.
Where are you going to run away?
No. Well, she can run away now. She's got the airplane.
Right.
But again, that explains the part about not having the front gates, right? That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And instead of gates, Jeju had something very unique, called 정랑. It's a traditional system using 3 wooden bars placed at the entrance. And depending on how many bars are up, it has a message. Like, if all 3 bars are up, it means the family is away for a while. 2 bars mean they will be back later that day, and 1 bar means they stepped out briefly. And if there are no bars at all, it will mean someone's at home. We are having these
they use this as the
message.
This is their front gate.
Right. This is kind of front gate.
Wow. Okay. So 3 means they're going somewhere far.
Somewhere far.
Okay.
And you can see the bars are not on the like.
Yeah, it's like in an angle.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a right triangle.
It means that they are at home. Someone is at home.
And then if you have 2 and then 1, like a not equal to sign, that means they're going to come in today.
Not equal.
And again, that's the same. One bar, and then leaning on. That's briefly going on. You know, it's funny because you would never do that elsewhere. Like you won't tell people that you'll be going away for a long time because these will be coming in.
For sure.
But they trust it.
Yeah, and also you actually see this in drama too. So in one scene like this, all the bars are down. Look at this, right? Which tells us Asun and Kwan-sik are at home.
Oh, wow. I did not know that those things had a meaning. I was like, man, that house is lazy, yo. I was like, that house is lazy. Can you just fix that gate? That's what I was thinking the whole time.
You thought it should be like this?
It had a meaning. That means they're coming back later today.
They're not lazy.
Oh, I apologize.
They're always giving messages through this bar.
Guys, people of Jeju, I apologize. I thought a bunch of you guys were lazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this really feels specific to Jeju, right? And also like no beggars?
So historically, there was a strong belief in Jeju that no one should be left to starve alone. Because it's an island, people depended on each other to survive. So when someone became sick or extremely poor, the entire community stepped in. And you see this over and over in the drama. When Esun's mom, Kwang Ye, dies from a diving illness, other female divers share their abalone with Esun, and they don't just help once. They look after her for years, almost like she's their child. So it reminds me of that saying, like, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah, we're talking about how the Haenyos, they have like this community, right?
Community-based.
And they're like family. And so if one goes down, they're always going to take care of them, each other. And because, I mean, they relied on the seafood to not only sell, but to also to eat.
Right.
And when they can't work, they can't eat, they can't sell. And so they come together to help out. That's beautiful. And even when Esun gets married and life gets really hard, people around her keep helping her, right?
Right. So there's a special scene where Esun is pregnant and living in extreme poverty, renting a room from an elderly couple. She has almost nothing. And the old woman, the house owner, never says a word, but little by little, she keeps adding rice to Esun's rice jar without telling her. So no big gestures, no thank you expected. That's how community works in Jeju. So people don't survive alone on that land. And they watch out for one another, lean on each other, and carry each other through hard times. And that's why I think Jeju was chosen as the setting, like as a background for this drama. It's not just a backdrop. I think Jeju itself feels like the drama's moral compass, its like sense of values and its way of life. And we do have a like video of this special scene. Let's see
못
this.
알아들으셔요. 저 쌀떡이 지금 빈 게 아니라 찬 거잖아요. 저녁에
look at
쌀떡 빈 거
that.
분명히 보고 잤는데.
밤마다 몰래 쌀을 채워주는
So it was
해녀.
saying that I checked to see that the rice jar was empty before I went to sleep. And now it's full. I mean, not full, but there's some in there.
애순이 가족을
Wow.
챙겨주려는 이웃
Oh,
하루가
and eggs.
Grandpa too.
너무 아는 척해도 또 싫은 거 주게.
이거 오늘 초란인데.
This is like a first egg. First egg is very
Oh, the
special
first egg.
first egg is very special because they believe that this will give another like huge energy.
Wow. You know, I have to say, their acting makes them really look like Jeju people. Pretty sure
They're not.
I'm sure they're actors, but that's good acting over there. We're going to continue to talk about some of these episodes that you'll see in When Life Gives You Tangerines. But of course, we have to listen to a song from IU. This is Love Wins All. Man, this drama, I'm telling you, I'm not even watching it and I already feel. I can understand why people are crying. I can't look at stuff like that. I don't got the energy to do so.
I see.
Guys, just
Okay.
prepare.
Got it.
Just get prepared. We're talking about when life gives you tangerines. 폭삭 속았수다. I have to be careful. Not 폭삭 사과수다.
폭삭 속았수다.
But again, this is great, and especially like special for Arirang Radio because, as you know, we're dear and near with Arirang in Jeju. We have frequency going on, FM frequency. We have a studio there as well.
Right.
Big on promoting Jeju. And we learn a lot, and especially that door thing. Man, I'm learning new things too. And again,
Jeju entrance.
apologies to many of the
You have to.
homeowners of Jeju.
They're not
I thought you guys
lazy.
were lazy. What's our next topic?
Okay, so the next topic is a little bit uncomfortable, but it's something we cannot skip.
Yes.
It's about son preference. And so in episode 4, Esun marries Kwansik and gives birth to her first child, a daughter, Geum-myung. But right away, her mother-in-law and even her grandma-in-law says things like, next time you need to have a son. So that kind of pressure is intense because obviously you cannot choose a baby's gender. And this wasn't just a Jeju thing. Son preference was strong all across Korea back then.
Oh, absolutely. Like my grandparents on my dad's side, I was never really I was never really fond of them because they were like mean people. You know, they had their meanness. They were very strict people. And also they weren't too nice to my mom neither. You know, they were like the evil in-laws.
Right.
And so they were mean to my mom, but things changed after she gave birth to me. Because I'm the eldest in the son, and then the son comes.
Right.
Right. And so their first
Everything changes.
grandchild was a son. And I go, yeah, it came out. You know? Yeah.
Baby SJ came
Booyahs,
out.
here I am. And so things changed.
Right.
And then my
That
brother
happens.
was born, and they go, oh.
Two sons.
Two sons. That's double whammy right there. So it's hard to imagine now, but again, in the 50s and 60s, the ways of thinking it wasn't normal.
Exactly. So having a son was almost seen as a family duty. Sons were expected to carry on the family line, like perform ancestral rites and support parents later in life. So if a woman didn't have a son, she often felt deep guilt, even though it wasn't something she could control. Because of that, all kinds of beliefs and rituals developed around having a son. And one very famous example in Jeju is the belief that touching the nose of a 돌하르방, a stone grandfather statues, would help you have a son. I'm guessing you've heard of it, right?
I have, and this is a picture of 돌하르방.
돌하르방.
And you see this a lot in Jeju. Big nose. Big nose.
You can see the nose.
You know,
big nose.
can I be
아니?
19금 today? A little bit 18.5금?
18.5?
I always thought that's because that statue looks like a male, you know? You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Because it looks like a male
That's a different perspective.
genitalia. It looks like a male, you know,
Okay.
the P word. So that's what I thought it was.
Oh, but I don't think that's correct.
That's what I thought. And so they're like, oh, then it'll give a boy.
Oh, I'll tell you about the reason.
Oh, there's a
of this.
reason? Okay, let's talk about the real reason.
Okay, so originally 돌하르방 were not about fertility at all. They were like guardian figures placed at village entrances to protect people from bad energy and disasters. But starting in the 1960s, when Jeju became a popular honeymoon destination, a new belief spread. People started saying that if newlyweds touched the statue's nose, they would have a son. That statues have a big noses and a very solid, like upright shape, which people began to associate with masculinity, vitality, and fertility. So touching the nose was believed to pass on that energy. That's the reason.
So, can I tell you some interesting stories?
Yeah.
I have two very interesting stories regarding this, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna go slow on this. So my mom really wanted sons, right? She loves it. So everyone has their own sort of like stories on how to get a son. My mom heard that if you eat raw chicken testicles, you shouldn't be doing that. That you'll give birth to a son. And so when she was pregnant with me, like a couple of weeks, this is very dangerous.
Yeah.
She could have got salmonella while she was pregnant with me. That's probably why I'm like this right now, like weird. She ate not one, she had 4. She ate 4 raw chicken testicles.
Oh my goodness.
And she thinks that's the reason why she gave birth to a son. And then so she does that with my brother.
That's kind of a new belief.
And my brother's a little weird too. And so maybe that's the thing. But also, when my wife and I, it took us a while for Aaron to, be pregnant with Aaron. We went to a restaurant somewhere that had the torharibang.
Oh.
And I was like, why don't we touch that? And then she became pregnant shortly afterwards. And with Loha, my daughter, we had a lot of issues. My wife unfortunately miscarried twice before our daughter.
Know that. Mm-hmm.
And we went to that same restaurant.
And I
was like, hey, let's touch that torharibang again. And then she was pregnant shortly afterwards. I mean, obviously, it's there's nothing magical about that place. Probably, maybe it's just it just happened to be.
Is there any scientific evidence about that?
There is no scientific evidence. There is none of that. What? He's trying to say something. But Pini, do you agree that the shape of the torharibang, right? He agrees.
Hey, listeners, please leave some comments.
Right? He's never thought about this before. Don't lie. You thought about it. But again, all of this shows, right, that how people were desperate to have a son.
Right. So, and at one point, this belief became so widespread that people actually damaged the statues. Some even broke off pieces of the nose.
Yep.
So because of that, touching 돌하르방 is now restricted for cultural heritage protection.
Yep.
And in the drama, there's a scene where Asun slightly taps the 돌하르방's nose, like almost sarcastically. I think it was like a small act of rebellion after being constantly pressured to have a son. And right after that, her mother-in-law bows deeply to the statue, like almost apologizing.
Yeah, exactly. Again, this is something that has almost disappeared. Right, in Korea now,
Right.
people actually do prefer daughters now more than sons. But it's really interesting. Anything else you want to quickly cover before we wrap up that we shouldn't miss?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, so son preference has almost disappeared in Korea.
Yeah.
Many families now say they want daughters just as much as sons, and sometimes even more, because people often feel daughters are emotionally closer and more communicative in everyday life. Now, I think it's less about gender, it's more about connection, like laughing together, talking openly, sharing emotions. They value these interactions over family duty, I think.
They're telling me everyone outside shocked that no one saw that shape in torharibang. Did you guys really not see any of that shape? That's the first thing I thought of when I went Jeju. All I could see is... I was like, what is wrong with this island?
Is there anything to tell us the missing?
It's okay. We are 18.5금.
18.5금.
Yeah, we're never 19금 because we
Okay.
can't.
Okay.
but
Very
enough.
impressive, though.
That's right. Eugene, thank you very much. I'm actually really looking forward to next week. This is fun stuff, even if I didn't
Yay,
watch it.
me
Thank you so
too.
much. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you. See you next Friday. Bye, guys.
And this is, of course, one of the original soundtracks. 홍이삭 singing My Love by My Side, 내 사랑 내 곁에.